Hello and welcome to Rainy Tuesdays, a podcast by friends for friends. Ryan is here, Margo's here, I'm here, the usual crew, reoccurring, I think. I don't know if there's been a gap since the last time we filmed.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're doing a every other week release schedule right now, but last time we posted it was us again, so that's good.
Should be back to
The
normal
return
next
then.
month. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a crazy summer, and so I think as that winds down, we'll go back to a weekly release.
Yeah.
Yeah, be great. We also have plans now. That's crazy.
Shocking. To actually plan episodes. No fear that we'll just talk about the latest in pop culture episode
That might
after
be so in
episode.
the plan. It's not.
It'll sneak its way in, but
it will.
we have other things to do.
Undoubtedly, we will be talking about pop culture, but also other stuff. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one small rant before we get into today's plan.
Great.
But then
Love rants.
Yeah. I'll cut this out if you don't want to talk about it, but also you can talk about your TikTok trends if you do want. You don't have to. It's entirely up to you.
We can talk about TikTok trends.
Okay. So this is old news by the time that this comes out, but I don't care because it's still proof that chess sucks. There was a chess robot in Russia and it broke a 7-year-old's fingers.
That's so specific.
The chess robot was playing a 7-year-old, and the 7-year-old, I think, was like getting a piece or something, and the chess robot broke this child's fingers. Chess is bad.
I think that robot won.
What a horrible way to win.
If you're losing,
beat your
attack your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, chess is toxic, and that proves it in my mind. Yeah, that's all. That was my whole rant. It's just that some Russian robot broke a kid's fingers. Yep.
Alright,
have you ever played chess?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple times, and I've hated it every time.
What do you specifically dislike about chess?
The people trying to like play chess with you, because I feel like once you learn it and you learn like basic like plans or whatever strategies, you're like, okay, I can play this on my own. But then what I hate is when you play it with someone who's like really good at playing chess, and then they're like, actually, you should have used the Chinese grandfather's method, or like whatever.
I see you're doing the Polish gambit. Yeah.
Right. It's like, okay, buddy, like we're either just gonna play this and like talk about something else, because it should be like checkers, I think, is a great vibe where you're just moving pieces around and talking about life with your friend. Like, you're not going to be talking about like checkers, you're just moving pieces, right? Chess should be the same, because like chess, when you're playing it, people only want to talk about chess, and I'm like, I don't care this much about chess to just have a full conversation about chess while playing chess. That's too much chess. And so, yeah, it's mostly just the people that I've played with that I don't enjoy it. I'm sure I could play it with someone that like didn't care that much about chess and enjoy it.
You gotta play with me. I don't know anything about.
We should do
I
that. I would
how
love
the
it.
pieces move.
Right, that's all you
and
need.
That's the extent. And I am convinced that's the best way to play chess, because I have played against people who do know what they're doing.
They get so stressed.
And I've not had that experience where people are like, oh, haha, I see you've used this move on me. Yeah. But it just becomes very like, oh no, they're far better at this than me. Right. And as such, everything I do is idiotic, and they know this.
Yeah.
But it's great when you play with someone who does not know any of that.
Yeah. I'm sure it could be a fun vibe. I think it is. Yeah, you've got to play with like the level player.
Yeah, the level that you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's part of it. I've only ever played with people who knew it way more than me, and that's fine. And I would never try to tell them that I know more than them, because I clearly don't. Like, and
start
I
making things
never
up
will.
to flex them. Like, oh, you thought I used the Polish gambit, but I in fact used the rocking horse method, and you're playing right into my scheme.
Just as I predicted.
Just like every time you make a move, like, yes.
Interesting. Yeah, just out and sell them. But yeah, it's a time. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I would love to moderate a chess match between you two.
That would actually, we could totally do that. We could play online and then Ryan moderates it. That's a new episode.
A very visual episode of us.
Yeah, you'd have to watch the video game. This is gonna force people to watch YouTube.
We're just a let's play channel now.
Oh my god. Yeah, chess is fine. I don't have anything against it as a whole. I have a thing against the people that I've played against that are generally very, very like milady-ish. So that's all.
Fair enough.
How's TikTok going?
I guess like a few episodes ago, I was like, there are no trends on TikTok, and then as soon as that happened, there were a bunch of trends. So I would like to formally retract my previous statement that there are now a bunch of trends.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
Tell us more about them.
I don't know there's like a teenage dirtbag trend right now where people show pictures of themselves as teenagers. Although I don't really care one way or the other with that one. But there was a funny one, and I don't know what the song is called, but it involved this kind of like country song, and then this video of this kid going all out dancing, like smash cuts between it, and I love that trend. That was a great one.
Fair.
Very
it's
entertaining.
Like, I'm totally not gonna do this thing, and then like the kid video where they're like, I did it. Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
Great way to describe
it. One issue with TikTok is, for some reason, it refuses to show me stuff like that. Like, I'll be like, all right, TikTok, this is what I want. I'm gonna like every video that uses this trend. I'm gonna send them to my girlfriend, and vice versa, she sends them to me. So I'll watch them a bunch of times, and I'll be like, all right, TikTok, this is what I want to see. And
you're doing all the work. Yeah.
Actually, no, and then it doesn't give it to me. So
yeah.
But oh well. TikTok in general has been kind of lackluster, I feel like.
I've been hearing that. We talked about it briefly before, but yeah, I've been hearing like a lot of people. I'm still not incredibly active on TikTok, not that I ever was in the height of my use. But it's still
what was the height of your use? You spent like 5 minutes on. I feel like it's difficult for you to even say that you used TikTok.
You were late to the TikTok trend.
I did use it, but it was not much. I'll admit. It was as little as possible, and then I forgot about it, and then I deleted it. But am I? Because again, everyone lately has been saying like TikTok just doesn't get me like it used to.
No, I don't know. It just feels weird. Like I feel like it's very much giving me the topics that I want to see. I just feel like the videos are often. I get a lot of videos that are not very popular. I guess they'll have like under 100 likes or very, very few views or whatever. And I don't know. I end up getting a ton of those. It's like, well, I like to see the stuff that everybody's talking about.
Right.
But okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the problem, where it's like showing me things that, although fit in my topic of interest, are not necessarily exemplars of that space, I suppose.
We don't need to like get into how terrible he is, but I have been seeing like a lot of people keep getting like pushed, like the whole Andrew Tate thing.
Oh yeah, I saw a video on YouTube. I didn't actually watch it. It's like on my like queued up. I don't know anything about Andrew Tate. I've just heard the name around.
Yeah, super
also heard
misogynist
the
asshole.
Name.
He's like super bad guy. He's been like accused of like both sexual assault and like sex trafficking. and like a bunch of just really terrible things. And he tells like he's your like classic male podcaster, like telling guys that like women are their property and like stuff like that. It's bad. He's bad, but I feel like the reason he's being talked about more than other people who are doing the exact same thing is just there's like been this weird push for him, and there was like this like statistic that's like he's been searched more than like I think it was more than Kim Kardashian and Donald Trump like combined, which like I don't know why they were the people that like were combined for that, but
both people that have like, sort of, I feel like, lost relevance.
Yeah.
Although now Trump's getting back because his home was raided by the FBI, so now people are throwing him.
And Kim Kardashian broke up with Pete Davidson.
Like right after he like tattooed, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like I don't know. He's bad. But I think my point of that was just that I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people being like, why is TikTok like making me watch this guy? Like I keep saying I do not care about this guy. I do not want to see a single thing about this guy, and it like keeps pushing him. So yeah, that was my input.
I don't have anything else to say about TikTok, but
no, that's fair. Okay, are there any trends that you like hate, and then we'll get into the other thing.
Not really. I didn't like they're at 10, but whatever.
Oh, sure.
I think we kind of talked about that last episode, and it's kind of over now. So
yeah, I haven't seen it much. And again, when I saw it, it was always only like the silly ones.
They're at 10, but they don't listen to the Rainy Tuesdays podcast.
They're at 2. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna make 3 papers while I explain the game that we're about to play. And basically it's kind of like Never Have I Ever with a little bit of a twist. I'm basing this off of the card game Guess and Confess. Very fun, very cute. But essentially we're gonna do like Never Have I Ever questions, and then we're also going to say like who all in the group we think has done them. So the example like that I gave to you guys before was like Never Have I Ever Stolen Anything kind of thing. And if you like have stolen something, then like you would say yes, and then like you'd say like, and I think 2 people in this group have, so like myself and one other person kind of thing, or no, and then do the opposite kind of thing. But yeah, it's basically just like judging your friends and yourself. Yeah. And then we'll talk about our little things. Hang on. So I'm doing like a paper that says 2, 3, and 1, so that I don't have to like think about that.
Adam, have you ever stolen anything?
Not like as a kid, like a young child. I think I stole like bubble gum or something, and then felt terrible about it and returned it. I think that happened because my mom likes to tell that story. But beyond that, no.
A very similar thing happened to me where like I think I was like, I don't know, I had to have been less than 10, but I like accidentally held on to duct tape like as we were leaving, like Staples or something, and then as we were in the parking lot I was like, the duct tape. And then like my mom and I walked it back in. What about you, Ryan?
I stole an umbrella recently.
Recently?
Yeah, it was like they were giving them out, but I think you were supposed to return them, and I didn't.
Oh,
fair.
So
have you guys ever
now. But I don't think I can like go out in the open with it because it like has that like company's logo on it.
They'll hunt you down if
I guess so, yeah.
Oh my god. You're supposed to like keep tally of like points. We don't have to do that. We can just go through it. Okay. Never have I ever been on TV. So we're guessing like how many people have. Yeah.
Wait, we guess how many of us?
Yeah. Like, of the three of us. So it'll either be like, I've been on TV and I'm the only person who's been on TV, or like I haven't, but I think the other two have, or like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Do we? So I like made a note on my phone. Are we doing this like flashing it up on the screen, like a piece of paper? You said you had a piece of paper.
Yeah, I was gonna like do it like, I guess it's backwards only in mine, right? Like it's forwards in yours.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I was gonna like put up that kind of thing.
Wait, so guessing, put up just the number?
Well, yeah, and then we can like all tell whether or not we have kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm prepared then.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It might have trouble focusing because it's on my phone, but we shall see.
You can also do fingers if you want, like if that's easier for you. I just recognized that as soon as I was thinking about it. I'm like, why did I even write this down?
Yeah. Well.
It's fine.
Never mind. I'm doing that now. The obvious solution.
Yeah, it's way too late. But that's fine.
Because I was trying to like, how do I make the text on my notes app as big as possible?
Oh, sure.
Oh my god.
No, it's cool. I only thought about it now. It's fine. Perfect. You guys ready?
Yes.
Ready. 3, 2, 1. I think 3.
I think 3 as well.
2. That's a bad 2.
It works. Fair. Okay. So what do you guys? So I have. It was like, for Girl Scouts when I was a child, and I assumed that everyone had like some sort of story like that.
Yeah, I have been on TV. I really feel like I've told this story before, but
maybe.
In 4th grade, maybe 5th grade. Either way, it doesn't matter. We had like a Friday dance day. Like at the end of the day, Fridays, we had like 5 minutes where a teacher would put on a song and we just kind of have a little dance party.
Yeah.
And the like local news, but like Chicago news station did the exact same thing. So we got like called on to be on their show. We did like a little dance break as part of their Friday.
So that's like really being on TV. Like mine was they just like came to interview my Girl Scout troop kind of thing. But
I mean, I was one of like a whole class of people.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I was, we were all on TV. So
you went to a place to do it though.
Yeah, it was an experience because it was right in the morning. So we had all get up at like 4 a.m. and drive into the city so we could be on the crack of the morning news. And then we came back to school. It was still like an hour before school would even start. We all got like donuts and stuff.
I love that. That's so cute though. Yeah. Nice. How about you, Ryan?
I also have been on TV. I think I've been on a few times. Like when I was little, I like the state fair came around and I got interviewed for that. And that was good. And then when COVID happened, they did like a mini like outside food stands and stuff for the fair. And I got interviewed for that as well. I used to do like choir and stuff. So like at Christmas time, they would have like all the people come in, and on Christmas Day, they'd play like Christmas music on the news stations. So I've done that. I've been in shows, so I've got like interviewed about that on the news.
Absolutely.
I've been interviewed by local college news too, but
fair, yeah. Love that.
A regular.
Yeah,
basically a new thing.
I'm basically like Tom Cruise, so
yeah, pretty much.
Love that. Okay. Let's see. Never have I ever climbed out of a window.
What kind of window?
Well, just a window. What comes to your mind when you hear window?
I don't know.
Okay. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Two.
Two as well.
Okay, so we all guess 2. I have. It was actually at our college. In one of the dorms that I first lived in. I don't want to name. But my floor was like right over a roof thing, and a few of us went on the roof a few times. Because why not? But yeah.
don't think I've ever climbed out of a window. I was trying to rack my brain to think of a time in which I have. It seems like something that you would have done as a kid, but I can't remember. So I'm going to say I have not.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I was thinking, you were thinking, like, reminding me about the college. I once ended up on, like, a frat house's roof.
Sure.
And I had to climb out the window of that. And, like, also when I went camping, there was, like, this one cabin that, like, the door was, like, really hard to open, so it would just go in and out through the window.
That's incredible. Oh, my God. Fair. Yeah. Love that. Never...
While you look, I feel like we're glossing over a little bit about how Ryan ended up on a frat house roof. Is there a story to that, or are you just on the roof? Like, Margot on the college roof, that makes, whatever.
It was right outside my door window. Like, right there. Yeah.
That's whatever. But the frat house roof, was it like a similar situation of like, well, we were there?
That was a weird time. It was Fiji, which, like, I don't know, some colleges, like, Fiji's, like, I don't know, like the big like frat bro, and ours are just like nerds.
They're stoners.
Yeah. And so it was like I was in pre-calc and I was supposed to like meet a guy so we could like study on it, and it was very weird. Like I'd never really been on like our frat street before, and so I went there, like knocked, and they're like, who are you? And I was like, I'm Ryan, I'm here to study. And they're like, oh, okay. And they like brought me in and they're like, wait in this room. And it was like this, basically like a tiny closet. And then the dude I was supposed to study with came. He's like, oh, okay, like here we can like go to this room. And so we went to this room. It's just like a giant room with tons of recliners. And then we were studying for a little bit. And then tons of like random people came in and like started watching memes on a projector.
Yeah.
So it's a weird like vibe. But then like while I was studying, like tons of random dudes came up like that weren't in the room at all. Just came up and were like, oh, are you here to like join? And I was like, no. And they're like, oh, okay. And then people just like kept going like, oh, are you here to join? I was like, no. So one of the guys was like, do you want to join? And I was like, no. Do you want to like check out our roof? And I was like, sure, why not? And so,
better than joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dated a Fiji man. And I feel like anytime a guy came over that wasn't already in Fiji, they just got like harassed about like, you sure you don't want to join? But if you joined, but like, do you want to join? It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think watching memes on a projector
that was something
like
they
the
regularly
worst
did.
Thing imaginable.
That was a regular like night thing that they would just constantly do. Like they'd pull up like a meme compilation on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they would just
sounds
watch
awful.
a few. I hated it when
I'm not a fan of like meme culture, but
that's fair.
That just doesn't sound fun.
I did a few of I think the ones that I hated the most were like whenever I was over and they would watch those like perfectly cut Scream compilations.
Oh,
because like don't get me wrong, a perfectly cut Scream video can be hilarious, but when it's a compilation, it's scream after scream after scream after scream.
Yeah. Like every once in a while, those videos are pretty funny.
Yeah,
to see them over and over and over again does not sound as funny.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Like, and then everyone's laughing, and if you're not laughing, you're kind of like pressured into laughing. So I remember a lot of fake laughs in that scenario, going like, haha, yeah, wow, they screamed and they cut the video off.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Some compilations are really funny, but other ones it's funny like 3 times, and then it's
right.
Like,
okay.
People have done all they really can with it.
Oh man, yeah. Fair.
I've never.
Okay, this is a good one. Never have I ever believed something was haunted. Like truly in your heart of hearts believed that something was haunted.
Does this apply to places we have been to physically or places we've heard about?
What would you guys prefer?
I feel like places we've been to.
Been to. Okay, so only like if you've walked into a place and you've been like, this is haunted for sure.
Or like, and not necessarily like you've been into it, but a place you've been physically nearby.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Wow, that place down the street, totally haunted. I don't know, something like that.
Fair.
Okay.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow.
I said 0. for our audio listeners that saw none of that.
Yeah, true. I said 2.
It would probably help to like say what we're doing.
Oh man. Fair. So Ryan and I are definitely I guess not definitely wrong. But I was wrong about Adam, which I definitely thought that both of you guys had like been to a place and been like, this is for sure haunted.
Yeah, I have been on some ghost tours, but I don't think I've ever been to a place where I'm like, wow, that's haunted. But I've definitely like heard or seen videos of places where I'm like, that looks like it could be haunted. But I don't think I'd count that, like, or like my own experience of something before I make that determination. And I've never been that convinced. It's like ghost tours are like, there was a spooky thing that happened over there. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Was there?
Fun.
Ghost tours are fun because like you get like a little bit of history with him. It's almost like fan fiction.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Living in Gettysburg, we fucked with ghost tours a lot. So like I feel like I've seen the other end of that. And then you like hear them come back the next night and they're like, there was a light here last night, and you're like, it was my flashlight. But yeah. Okay. How about you, Ryan?
I don't think I've been anywhere haunted.
Okay.
I don't know. When I like last summer, I stayed in a hotel, and I was like, this place feels haunted, but like not really. Like it was just ginormous, and no one was there, and like the concierge dude, like I swear he was a ghost. Not really, but like the dude was just like always around, and like if you said his name, he would like appear.
Fair. Yeah, no, I've never been somewhere haunted. Because the ghosts aren't real. They can't haunt if they're not real. But anyway. Okay.
I found one.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Wait, where'd it go?
Oh no.
Oh wait, here. I found it. All right. Never. Wait, are we doing? It's never have ever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Never have I ever lied to a law enforcement officer.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
All right. I think I have my answer. 3, 2, 1. I think one of us has.
I said 1.
Okay.
And yeah.
I have not.
Oh darn.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I also have not. I honestly don't know if I've ever had a conversation with a police officer. So not even an opportunity.
Wild. Ryan, did you think both of us had lied?
I don't know. I was like, maybe. I don't sound like you had a story with it, so I was like, okay, maybe 1, and maybe Margot. I don't know.
Oh no, there was one time I got pulled over. It was for Thanksgiving, so it was like a month after I had turned 18. But I got pulled over for curfew, and he was like, "Let me see your card and everything." And I was like, okay. And then I showed it to him, and he started laughing, which is never something you want in like the dead of night, and like for a police officer to ask for your like license and registration and then start laughing at you. Like it's not a comfortable situation. And he was like, "I thought you were younger than you were," and then let me go. And I was like, "This was a horrible moment. Thank you. Bye."
What? So did this police officer just be like, "Wow, a child. I'm gonna pull him over."
Well, because it was like maybe midnight, and I was like driving back from a friend's.
Curfew deal.
Yeah, so he pulled me over to be like, hey, you should like either show me like that you have something from your boss that says you can be out this late, or like something like, or like, why are you out this late, you kid, kind of thing. And I was like, well, I'm not a kid. Then he laughed at me. So yeah, that was horrible. It was scary.
I've been pulled over twice, but both times I was just terrified. I was like,
yeah,
yep, here's my documents you need, and pretty
yeah,
much just gonna not say anything and do whatever you ask me to.
absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. There's always like a meme about like when you like see a police officer driving near you and you're like, I'm like so afraid, even if you're like perfectly following the law.
Yeah, I get like
you're like, oh god, am I driving wrong?
Yeah. Like following every law. And I'm like, right. Oh no.
Fair enough. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Never have I ever ghosted someone. 3, 2, 1.
2.
I think Adam hasn't, but
Yeah,
I think Ryan and I both have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not.
Fair. Yeah. And I maintain my stance on if you've never met a person in person and you've been talking to them on a dating app for like a day, ghosting doesn't matter. Ghost them all you
I
fucking
can agree
want.
with that.
Yeah.
I think I disagree, sort of, but it's definitely a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, I think after like a day of communication where you probably haven't texted that much and you've realized that a person is like not at all your type, it doesn't matter. You owe them nothing. Yeah. Okay. Never have I ever. Let's see. Never have I ever spent more than $100 on a piece of clothing. Yeah. 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
1.
Oh, I don't know. Wow.
Oh wait, Ryan said 3,
Yeah.
and Adam and I both said 1. Ryan, you go first.
I bought like boots that are more than $100.
Fair. Okay.
I have not personally. I mean, like, things have been bought as gifts. Like, I have a suit that my dad got me as a Christmas gift, and like other kind of like shoes maybe, but nothing that I've bought myself.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I think same. Like, I'm sure at some point. No, I think I'm like the cheapest person when it comes to clothing. Where I'm like, if like I have to like, oh my god, Ryan just brought out cowboy boots.
Like full on, yeah, cowboy boots.
Oh, those are delightful.
I
wow.
These, like when we go to like the clubs or the saloons
Hell yeah.
in Texas. It's a good time, and they're very comfortable. So.
That is delightful.
They don't look comfortable.
They do.
They're really comfortable.
Huh.
Right. Oh, did you say don't?
I said don't.
Oh, I think they look comfy. Cowboy boots are like surprisingly comfy.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I just don't ever understand spending so much money on most things, to be honest. Like, and I think part of that is like thrifting culture of like you can find most things like way cheaper. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm gonna wear those a lot in the fall.
Boots. Hell
they're very comfortable and like they're good for like that kind of weather. Like that's the other thing too, is you can like really only wear them with pants. Like
yeah.
You're not gonna wear them with
you don't wear them with shorts. That'd be weird. I had a professor that would always wear them under his slacks. And it made me very happy. No, it worked. They fit, like they matched. He had like multiple different pairs. He was very fashionable. But
I had a professor that would wear like full like suit top each day, but would wear like black Nike like older shoes with it too.
Fascinating. Huh.
Just the shoes, or
like it was like he looked fine except for the shoes. Like the shoes really stood out. Like they were all black. And at that point, it was like, why not just get dress shoes?
Sure.
I don't know. Power to
that's
him.
Right. That's Adam's like thing.
Yeah, that's. If I could do that always, I would do that. I think it's ridiculous that you have to wear dress shoes when you can just wear gym shoes and be golden, because they're the best shoe for every situation. And they're so comfortable. Why would you ever need to wear something all lame and uncomfortable like dress shoes when, I don't know. I will literally never notice the shoes someone was wearing ever. So it's irrelevant to me what people wear.
Fair. Alrighty. Okay, never have I ever regretted an apology. Yeah.
Okay.
A more serious one.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I said 1.
Yeah. Fair.
Margaret said 2.
I said 2.
I said 1.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I've led a pretty uninteresting life. Never have ever been pretty uneventful for me. I do not think I've ever had such a serious situation where I've apologized and been like, wow, shouldn't have done that.
I'm like big apologizer for like everything, even when something is like definitely not my fault. I think that is just like something I've grown up learning to do, and it's something that I'm like trying to do less and trying to like only apologize when I like should. Like I definitely think people should apologize when like needed, but like if something's like clearly not your fault and you're the one like in a situation going like, no, I'm so sorry, this is all my fault, I'm so sorry, like, no, it's not, like, calm down. She says to herself. But yeah, how about you, Ryan?
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've maybe had like situations where it's like you like apologize and the person still does a bad thing, but like I don't really regret it. It's like I was probably in the wrong for that, so
Okay. Have you guys ever done the opposite, like not like apologized and regretted not apologizing for something?
I think probably, yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Fair. Alrighty.
I found one.
Yeah.
Never have I ever been awake for 24 straight hours or more. I think
3,
I know
2,
this. Or
1.
this.
2. It's everyone but Adam.
But me.
Yep.
Oh man.
What is the longest you guys have stayed awake for? Like how much over 24 hours? Should I have altered it to 36?
Here's my question. Do we count like a 20-minute nap as like sleeping? Or is it like that doesn't count, you still were basically awake?
What a strange question. I kind of feel like it counts because you did sleep.
If it counts, then like maybe 48 hours tops. If it doesn't count, opposite of that. If it doesn't count, then 48 hours. Yeah. And then at that point, it just kind of happens. You do sleep. But also I had like pretty bad insomnia in high school. So it would be like 20-minute nap and then you're back up at it and doing whatever you need to do. And then it happens. Yeah. How do you, Ryan?
The longest I've been up is 41 hours.
Okay.
So
nice.
My junior year of high school, or junior into senior year over the summer, we went on like a musical trip to New York.
Very cool.
And the day started with us like in Ohio at Cedar Point, and that was a good time. But then like after that, like I had to like get home and then get on a flight because we were going to Florida. And so I was pretty much awake the entire time. Like I couldn't really sleep. And so like I woke up on a bus, went to a theme park all day, drove, got on an airplane, was down in Florida, was in Florida all day, and then like got to bed at like 10. I think I woke up at 6 on one day and then went to bed on like another day. It was just weird because it was like it all felt like one day even though it was 2 days.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. That is like a very odd thing when it like comes to not sleeping, is where you're just like all time just stops and like you don't understand how time has functioned anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, that was today, except it was also 3 days ago. But yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I have another one.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Never have I ever accidentally said I love you to someone.
Okay. Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1.
1.
Fascinating. I felt like everyone had. I said 3. I wasn't taking it that seriously. I was taking it as like if you're like saying about it. You've seen that like Emma Chamberlain meme, where like Jack Harlow's like love you at the end of their interview.
Oh, sure.
I was thinking stuff like that, where like when you accidentally call your teacher mom or something, like that kind of send off.
Oh yeah.
Where like, anyway, love you, bye, to like a pizza guy.
Maybe I have done that. Like,
yeah.
Everyone has those awkward situations. So
yeah.
Maybe that has happened.
It's just like the autopilot sort of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Where it's like the cashier's like, enjoy your meal, and you're like, yeah, you too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That sort of thing. Yeah.
That's what I do more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys think?
I was thinking in a more like serious sense.
Yeah.
And just but I suppose accidentally both ways.
Right. Fair. Have you guys ever said accidentally in a serious sense?
No.
Fair.
I don't think so, no. That's why I said 0.
Fair. Makes sense. Yeah. I don't think I have either. I feel like in most relationships I've been in, I've been the one to say it second, because I haven't felt it. And then at some point you do. But like when they say it and you're like, oh, haven't thought about that. Okay.
All right, I got another one.
Let's hear it.
Never have I ever chipped a tooth.
Oh, interesting. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
2.
Oh, okay.
And one's from both of y'all.
Yeah, who's done it?
I have
not.
I have not. But okay,
wow.
How did you chip
for
your
sure
tooth?
Ryan would have with all his outdoorsiness. Just stupidly, when I was a kid, a friend and I were playing basketball, and I missed the ball, and it hit me in the face, so I chipped all my front teeth.
That's why you gotta wear a mouth guard.
4. No, that's actually unrelated. But it was weird. It's like a weird experience because it gets chipped, and then you can feel yourself swallowing them, the bits.
Oh.
Oh, that's awful.
But they weren't chipped too badly, so they just put the I don't know what
filling
they call it, filling or crown or whatever it is. Yeah, and then you're good to go. But it was weird.
Wow. That's fair. I worked when I was working at the ice cream shop. We had stairs that you had to go up to get to our bathroom, kind of thing. And one of the my coworkers was coming back downstairs, and they were steep because it was a small Gettysburg building. And so she fell and just completely ate shit going down the stairs, and she chipped a lot of teeth. And it was bad.
Yikes.
It was scary. Yeah.
Yeah, mine was not bad at all. Just the smallest bits from the top of them.
Fair. Yeah. Okay. Never have I ever lost a bet. 3, 2, 1. I said
3.
2. Ryan and I both said 2. Yeah.
I was thinking in a jokey sense. I feel like everyone makes bets all the time, and there's no way I cannot remember a time that I've been wow, lost that one. I definitely have.
I think same thing here. I can't think of anything in particular. I've never made serious bets, but yeah.
Fair. Have you guys ever played What Are the Odds?
That was really big in middle school.
Yeah. I feel like I've definitely lost that, which I feel like is betty. I feel like I've definitely also lost other bets, but I feel like that's close enough to a bet that I can definitely think of a few instances with where you go well, what are the odds that you do this? And the other person's 1 in 10, and then you each count to 3 and then say a number 1 through 10, and if you say the same number, you have to do the thing, kind of thing.
I don't remember that at all.
It was a big thing.
Yeah,
I believe you.
You're
sure there was a thing that happened. But...
If it was a big thing that you didn't want to do, you'd go 1 in 1,000, and then it was you're definitely not gonna say the same number. I remember one time I did it with my friend, and he was what are the odds you eat this brownie batter, as we were making brownies, and it was a lot of brownie batter, and I didn't want to do it, so it was 1 in 100. And then we both said 72, and I was I'm still not doing it. Call me the worst names possible for backing out on a bet, but I'm not gonna eat a whole bowl of brownie batter.
Yeah, I remember, and you sort of learn people's go-to number with it, so you could just know what number they're gonna choose.
Absolutely, yeah. Fair. Okay. Never have I ever broken a bone. 3, 2, 1.
1.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this. It's Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So I have technically fractured my toe. I've never considered that breaking a bone because I didn't. Nothing happened with it. I banged my toe on something and it hurt bad, so we went to the doctor and they're you fractured it, and then that was that. But
sure,
I don't know if that counts or not.
I built up a stress fracture on my foot at some point. I also didn't consider that breaking my bones, but Yeah. Ryan had like a real break, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Alright.
like 6th grade. I was like, I want to go climb the monkey bars, and it was cold out.
Yeah.
And so I had like grabbed them, but there was ice on them. So I got to the second one and I slipped, and then I don't know what happened after that because I blacked out.
Sure.
And the next thing you know, I was like laying on the ground and everyone was just like looking down at me. And my arm like really hurt.
Fair. Alrighty. Okay. Never have I ever worn someone else's underwear. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. I said 2. Okay.
I said 0.
I have not. I don't.
Okay.
Fair. Know. It's like maybe one of y'all has, but
I definitely like worn boyfriend's boxers, which is like wearing someone else's underwear. They were clean, hopefully. But yeah.
One would hope.
Yeah. I just kind of assumed it could have happened to someone else. But I guess mine was intentional and yours would have been accidental. But I don't know. Alrighty. Adam, you have a brother. You never like mixed up?
Nope.
Fair enough. Alrighty.
We prefer different brands.
Oh, okay. That's helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys like have like there's a scene in Gilmore Girls where one of the guys knows that he's being cheated on because he like grabbed some socks of his from the sock drawer and they weren't the brand that he always wears. Do you guys like have like any set clothing like that you're like, I always buy this brand, this style kind of thing for like I guess socks is the most common one. But...
I mean, I only have one brand of socks,
Fair.
I suppose, but because like 2 years ago, virtually all my socks started getting holes in it, so I had to buy a bunch at once. So I just bought a bunch of this, like a couple packs of the same thing. So that's all I have now.
Fair.
I remember during COVID. Well, I always wear like Adidas socks, and they're really nice. They're like the short ones. And during COVID, I was like, I need some more. So like we bought some more from Kohl's, but Kohl's messed up the order, and so again like 1 pack of it, I got 4 packs.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's really nice because I can just like whenever I like need more, I can just like go in my closet. I've got like 3 extra packs.
That's true. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I've never been loyal to a sock brand or anything else. Yeah. I feel like you just find what
particularly loyal. I think I would notice though if someone put extra, just because I'm pretty organized.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Fair.
Like, I had to steal some socks from my brother for my Ren Fair costume because he has like the longer, like Nike sports socks. And I didn't have any. The difference between his like complete mess of a drawer and my very neatly folded drawer was stark. So I would notice if someone had added things in.
I always pair my socks off, but I do just throw them in the drawer. Like I have like just a sock drawer, and there's no organization except for the fact that the pairs are together. But I don't like line them up or anything.
I do.
Fair. That's got to be really like easy to find the ones you want. Yeah.
Well, also because I only have one type of sock, so
fair. I guess that helps. You don't have any like fuzzy socks, like comfort socks?
No.
Man.
I have like work socks, I suppose, like fancy, like nicer ones.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Never have I ever got on the wrong train or bus or anything like that. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
0.
I said 1 and Ryan said 2. Who do you think got on the wrong thing, Ryan?
Oh, I was gonna say myself. I was hoping someone else.
Fair. I haven't. I'm so scared of doing it though. It's like one of my biggest fears when it comes to public transportation, and I know it shouldn't be because it's probably not that hard to like correct. But it freaks me out.
Maybe in the U.S., I have not really taken U.S. public transportation, but when I was in Rome, I took public transportation all the time. But there, it's super easy to correct because there's a million buses that go around, and there's the train. Like it's so easy just to hop on somewhere else.
Yeah.
if you made a mistake, but it's also pretty organized. People might disagree with me. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory to be like, all right, I need to get here. So
yeah.
When you're like starting out though, it's a little confusing. Like I'm thinking like DC Metro, and it's like all the different like red line, blue line, green line, everything like that. You're like trying to figure out which line goes where and which way you want to go on the line.
Yeah,
that's a little.
Chicago is kind of similar with all our trains, but I've never had to use them, so I just won't need to learn them.
Yeah. Where'd you get lost though, Ryan?
I think we're like in Philadelphia on a vacation.
Okay, yeah.
And it was like supposed to be like a bus tour, and like there was one going like one way, and we had like something we were doing there, and then the one was going the other way, and we went on one going the wrong direction.
Fair.
So we got off and then waited like for 30 minutes for like one that was going the right way to come by.
Fair, yeah. Alrighty. I think maybe one more. Do you have one you want to do, Adam? Or
no. A lot of these. Oh, actually.
Okay.
Never have I ever set something on fire while cooking.
Okay.
I would expand it to generally had a fairly large scale mess.
Wait, what?
Like, I feel like fire is very specific. So something where you've caused some kind of catastrophe.
While cooking.
While cooking. Not necessarily fire, but some sort of mess or damage.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. I said 2.
I said 2 as well. Ryan said 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
As evidenced by my expanding of it, I have not done that.
Okay.
No fires, no large-scale catastrophes. But
gotcha. I counted you in my mind because of your expanding of it.
I was thinking, I was like, fire is so specific. I haven't done a fire thing, but maybe you guys have like, I don't know, blown something up in the microwave. Maybe like.
Have you done anything, Ryan?
I have not. No. I think the biggest like mess I made is like sometimes I put like a dish into the oven and like. Sometimes it like overflows and it gets on the bottom, which is annoying because you have to clean it up. So now what I do is I put like a baking sheet. So like I'll have like the dish and I'll put a baking sheet under it.
Underneath
so if it like comes out, it catches on that. Which like I
Very
guess
smart.
is dirty in the baking sheet, but
but that's easier to clean.
Yeah.
I one time I was making lava cakes, and it tasted really good, but I didn't do it right because you're supposed to like then take it, as it's cooling and like so it's like you have to wear oven mitts because the muffin tin is still hot, but you also have to like put a plate up against it and like flip it all over and like take it off, but again like you're wearing oven mitts and everything, so you're not as agile as normal, and so I guess I didn't have the plates exactly where they should have been, and so like molten chocolate spilled everywhere all over my stove. I was sad. It was like for an anniversary for a boyfriend, and so I was like, sorry, our dessert is all over the stove.
just scrape it off. It's there.
He was really sweet about it. He did kind of do that. He was like, no, there's still some in there. Like, we can eat, like, the stuff that's, like, in the muffin tin. Like, you did great. Like, this is perfect. I'm like, no, I didn't. But, yeah. Fair. Alrighty. Never have I ever made a whole box of pasta at once that I didn't intend to eat. Only one.
Wait. Intended to eat in one sitting?
Yeah, intended to eat in one sitting.
Actually, no, I think I've still done that.
I've done that, yeah.
You've ate a whole box of pasta in one sitting?
Well, not a whole box of pasta, but you know, like
you
the
can
mac
get
and
small
cheese, the Kraft mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've eaten all of those.
I was thinking like a normal box of pasta.
Oh, that's a lot of pasta.
Yeah, I do have a friend who did it once, and then or who did it a lot, and that's how this whole conversation got started. Because I was like, "Isn't this ridiculous, guys?" And you guys were like, "No, that's so smart."
Very smart, yeah.
But yeah, he was like, "My stomach always hurts so much." And I'm like, "Yeah, because you're eating a whole box of pasta." Like
kind of a lot. Yeah, I've done it with like pre-made stuff like mac and cheese or
right.
I don't know, similar type of not like you buy a pound of pasta and then.
Right.
Yeah.
I have like made a whole box to like put into like ziti for everyone to eat. But that's usually like at a like party of sorts, where 16 servings of ziti can be eaten.
Well, what not to hammer this conversation into the ground.
No, it's classic Rainy Tuesdays.
But what do you do when you make a dish? Like because you just said like I've only done one ziti. But if you just make a general pasta dish, do you not make the whole thing?
I think it depends on the dish itself. If it's just like if it's just like regular marinara sauce on it, then yeah, I'll only make like what I think I can eat. And if there's still a little left over, then I'll put that in the fridge.
Like a dish, like a casserole or I don't know, some like vegetable pasta, like something more than just slapping sauce on it and calling it a day. You make the whole thing, right?
Generally, yeah. Unless it's like I'm really not going to be able to eat this over the next 2 days, and then I'll just like half the recipe and do it in like a smaller tin or something.
Sure.
But yeah, I've definitely like cooked a whole box of pasta and then like had leftovers in the fridge, kind of thing. But like if I can avoid it, I'd like to. Yeah.
Well, what rained on you guys' this parade this week?
Thank you. Actually, fairly recently, I was talking before on the pod before we started recording about like trying to pay like tuition. It's been like a whole week thing, like with this whole graduate like assistance program, and I finally like got it down to like a reasonable price, and I was like, this is great. So I go to pay it online, and right as I'm checking out, they're like, oh, there's also a $22 surcharge. And it's like, I'm already giving you all this money. You want $22 more? Like, why?
That's so stupid.
Just the extra, like, stab in the gut.
Right.
Exactly.
Just to piss you off a little.
Yeah.
God.
Silly.
Yeah, it is. I got, like, absolutely eaten alive by mosquitoes this past weekend, which I'm not a fan of. I have, like it's, like, got to be over 20 bites, like, all over my legs and stuff. It was awful. There were so many.
Yeah, mosquitoes are, like, attracted to me for some reason. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
I go out places. It's funny because if my girlfriend and I go out somewhere, I'm, like, her mosquito repellent.
That's so nice.
They just all eat me and don't eat her.
Yeah.
Margot, do you have vanilla perfume?
I do. I have vanilla sugar perfume. Are they attracted to vanilla sugar perfume?
No, it actually repels them.
Then why did they eat me so much this weekend, Ryan?
Did you use it?
Yeah, I was like coated in it. I was it's hot outside. I'm gonna be sweaty. I want to smell good.
So I used to do a lot of like outside work, and so my sister was like, "Oh, you should try this," and she gave me Bath and Body Works vanilla perfume, and I still have it in my car to this day. I use it, repels them. Like I never have to deal with mosquitoes.
That's exactly what I use. That's so upsetting.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I was eaten up this weekend way more often than I have ever been in my life. So I don't know if it was just something about these mosquitoes or what. But we were grilling and it was tough. It had also like just rained a lot the week before, so I'm sure that there were more mosquitoes than usual. But yeah, didn't like it. Could deal without them. They're kind of icky and I think they're mean, so they should stop. How about you, Adam?
I don't know. I never really know for these things. Exciting stuff. I went to Chicago's Comic-Con this weekend, C2E2, which was a blast. I suppose my girlfriend and I, we did a escape room while we were there, but they were super behind. So it was like a 3:15 slot, and we did it like 4:15.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of irritating.
Escape the line. Yeah.
Yeah, but I suppose like things go over and delays and whatever, and then it pushes everything back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also went to the dentist earlier today, and I really hate the feeling that your teeth have after you go to the dentist.
It's like there's like a filmish sort of thing on them. Yeah.
It's because they did the cleaning, fluoride, whatever. Yeah, and then it feels like simultaneously chalky and sticky and filmy. I just hate that feeling.
I need to go. They like just texted me, and I hate it when like doctors text you like, "Hey, you should come in soon." But yeah, I've got to go to the dentist.
That reminds me. I actually went to the dentist before I came back to school, and I was like gonna get some work done, and their like machine, like you know how it like suctions up stuff. So like it suctions up like all like just the icky stuff, and it has to get like purified because they can't like just put that into the water stream. And that machine was down, and so like they're like, well, we can try to get it started. Someone's supposed to come on like this was a Friday. Someone's supposed to come on Monday, but they're like, if it goes down, you'd sort of like be stuck there. So I like my appointment got canceled, which was annoying, but it was all right. The dude was like really cool about it. He's like, hey, like I'll show you like everything. Really sorry about it. I was like, oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah, fair enough. Alrighty, well, that was a good time. I liked that.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned stuff about y'all. So that's nice. Talk to your friends, I guess.
Yeah.
Avoid mosquitoes. And have a sunny Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.